How's it going, folks? It is Matt back with another crypto video, and today's video is a quick update on DigiByte. So as always, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and let's get right to it. So this first article I have is saying DigiByte, have faith in the tech and the money will follow. And really, this title is kind of what I base my investments on in cryptocurrency. You know, when I read it, I think of DigiByte and Cardano, as I see both of those projects being technologically superior or standing out from the crowd and separating themselves for the rest of the projects in the space, because I truly believe both projects have technology or are more superior technologically than a lot of the other projects out there. And I do believe that in time money has the potential to follow as these projects increase in value over time. And certainly today's prices are not very impressive at all, as this article points out. The price of DigiByte is not very inspiring at the moment, you know, unless you are a forward-thinking individual and you do see the value increasing. Then today's prices are really a gift, in my opinion. But basically every other cryptocurrency in the space, you could say the same thing about it. Their price is not very impressive today, especially when compared to this time last year when a lot of these projects were hitting their all-time highs. And even more proof of this is the fact that Tether, the stablecoin backed by the US dollar, has raised to the 4th position. I think today it's actually ranked number 5. Yes, but point being is people are perceiving cryptos as risky and pulling their money out and putting it into the stablecoin. And in such an environment, your best bet would be to bet on the technology and not so much the price. By looking at the technology, it's easy to notice that DigiByte is one of the best blockchain projects in the market for multiple reasons. You know, not just the technology behind it, but really how the team behind DigiByte operates. It says, if this bearish sentiment continues for another year, lots of centralized projects will probably run out of finances and possibly close up shop. But that cannot and that will not happen for DigiByte. As pointed out by this tweet by Rudy Bauman, DigiByte was never an ICO, and it's not even a company. It is truly decentralized and is made up entirely of hardworking, passionate, core team members and community that are dedicating free time and even money out of their own pockets to grow and improve the project every day, 24/7, 365. And really that's why this type of bear market cannot push DigiByte to zero or cannot stop development completely, because there's no funds to run out. Everybody working on this project is doing it on a 100% volunteer basis. There are no paychecks. There's really not a whole lot of glory that comes along with it. So getting back to this article here, there's also the aspect of problems that DigiByte is looking to solve. While DigiByte is good as a currency, you know, it is faster than Bitcoin, it's faster than Litecoin, and it's cheaper to use than both of them. It's not its primary use case, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing because this could be the hardest market for cryptos, because there's so many of them aiming for the currency space. There's a lot of competition there. And the reason, or that could be a reason, a lot of them fail, along with the long-term bear market that we have seen. And this reason is why cryptocurrencies, or one of the reasons why cryptocurrencies have yet to gain major adoption for use as a currency, is due to their volatility. You know, no merchant wants to use the currency if it can lose 10% of its value in a few hours. So I would like to say, you know, I do agree with that to an extent. But there are solutions provided by UTXO and Bidali, where if you accept cryptocurrency at the point of sale, it immediately converts it to fiat, any fiat that the vendor chooses, and that eliminates the risk of the volatility of the space. So, you know, there are solutions to this. I think another reason cryptocurrency hasn't really gained mass adoption as a day-to-day currency is because people that are buying it, you know, the 1% of the world that is invested, we're holding it, expecting it to increase in value, and really we don't want to spend it today if it's going to be worth 10, 20, 30 times more in a year from now or 2 years from now. You know, we're going to wait until it's reached its max and it's really not going to go much higher before we start to sell it, you know, or we're only switch to using it as a daily currency if that becomes the only option available in the result of, let's say, an economic collapse or something. So that is why you know, cryptocurrencies aren't really gaining adoption as a currency. But that's why DigiByte stands out from them, because its use case isn't limited to being a currency. They have massive use cases in the realm of cybersecurity. DigiID being one of the products of DigiByte, you know, and really out of how many thousand different projects out there, you know, I don't even know, 2,000, 2,500, somewhere around there, most of them don't even have a working product. And DigiByte has multiple working products. DigiID being one of those working products, where you eliminate the need for usernames and passwords and really eliminate around 90% of all the security vulnerabilities found in the internet today if websites were to implement this technology and use it as a login method, which I definitely think we should start looking into, especially after the Collection 1 hack not that long ago. And I just read an article yesterday where now I think 2.2 billion different email addresses have been exposed by some hacker taking basically pieces of other hacks in the past and kind of Frankensteining them together and creating one massive database for 2.2 million or billion email addresses. Another working product DigiByte has already, DigiSign, or DigiSign. Basically, it allows you to sign a document on the blockchain, and since it is immutable and unhackable, really, being on the blockchain, this is a very secure method of signing documents on the DigiByte blockchain. And in terms of security, you know, it was not that long ago that Ethereum Classic had that 51% hack, and that's due to them having a single mining algorithm. If you already know, it's old news by now, but DigiByte has 5 mining algorithms, which means it's 5 times more secure. You know, to hack something that utilizes one mining algorithm, you just need to get 51% of the hash power of that, and then you have hacked it. But since DigiByte has 5 mining algorithms, it's definitely more difficult to do. You need to obtain over 90% of one of the 5 mining algorithms, and then you need to gain control of 51% of the other 4. So it's very difficult to do, and as more people start to download, or as more nodes begin to operate, it's just going to become more increasingly difficult to attack the DigiByte blockchain, making it one of the most secure blockchains in the market. So switching to this last article that I've had, this is written by one of the newest members of the DigiByte awareness team. It's called DigiByte Blockchain, Poised for Domination. Sorry, still kind of recovering. Sorry for the cough there. Basically, I won't read this entire article. I'll provide a link for it in the description. If you are new to the space, I highly encourage you to read this. If you are not new to the space, it's definitely worth the read. He breaks it down, technology for the future, a brief history of the DigiByte blockchain, explaining why DigiByte's blockchain is resilient enough for the future. In this other section, traction is in the United States Congress. It goes through a couple laws that are being debated around in the United States Congress at the moment. Consumer freedom and security autonomy. The national de facto identifier, commonly known in the United States as a social security number. There's definitely some security vulnerabilities associated with our social security numbers, and really blockchain technology can solve those vulnerabilities. In this last section here, Poised for World Domination, I'll kind of read a little bit of this just to give you a sneak peek of the article. I will provide a link to this whole article in the description, and I highly encourage you guys to read it. So, if one seeks to secure a superior position that will help draw some of the wealth that's expected to move from the world's old value systems to less exploitive frameworks for value exchange like DigiByte, then DigiByte's price of US dollar 1 penny at the moment, I think it's less than a penny at the moment right now, it's perfect for an individual seeking to accumulate this asset. Economic experts predict that alternative assets such as gold, silver, and cryptocurrency are all poised for this value absorption after the fiat markets crash. The exploitive nature of centrally controlled debt-based monetary policy and its push for more printing of unbacked monetary inflationary paper and electronically based value transfer instruments based in debt will lead to the devaluing of fiat currency. You know, case in point being Venezuela with their 1,000,000% hyperinflation. Bad news. And really, the United States, I don't see it being too far along from that. You know, I'm not saying it's going to be this year, but we're $21, $22 trillion in debt. You know, how long can that keep going? In this still evolving, maturing, emerging market space, investors should look at the fundamental technology and innovation instead of price, especially as emerging markets, data, science, and technology has not awakened to the power of blockchain and how it can be used to improve economies in those markets. So again, yet another article saying, look at the fundamental technology behind the project and not the price of it. You know, if mass adoption of cryptocurrency were to take place in the next 2 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, there's very few projects today that could actually be able to handle the amount of volume, and DigiByte is one of them. You know, it's built to scale into the future. You know, every 2 years technology seems to double, advancing. You know, whether it be the amount of memory we can store or how small the microchip gets, it seems to be doubling every 2 years. And I think that was kind of the thought process Jared Tate had, is the fact that DigiByte's speed doubles every 2 years, and I would expect that you know, the adoption of cryptocurrency to kind of follow that same timeline. Is every year, every 2 years, more people are going to become aware, more people are going to start using it, and DigiByte is going to scale right along with them. So DigiByte is one of the few projects that will actually be able to scale into the future and handle all the transactions on chain. You know, no Lightning network required, and certainly there's the option to implement it if need be, but they have the ability to scale on-chain and handle the amount of volume that we could be seeing coming into the future as people start to adopt this technology. And that's, again, one of the reasons why I am so interested in DigiByte and why I fully believe in it, is because of the technology behind it stands out from the rest, and in my mind is more superior than a lot of the projects out there. You know, even when compared to the #1 market cap out there, Bitcoin, DigiByte is faster, it's more scalable, it's more secure, it's cheaper to use. You know, it just makes sense in my mind. So I didn't mean to get long-winded in this video, so I'll wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later.